He stopped texting first. He stopped explaining himself. He stopped making himself available to someone who hadn't earned that availability. And quietly, without a single word about it, she started paying attention. What changed? Nothing she could name, but everything she could feel. Today I'm going to show you the 4 things men of honor quietly stop doing, and why stopping them is the shift that changes everything. If you've done everything right, shown up, been consistent, given her your best visit, and you're still watching her drift, this isn't a tips video. This is an explanation. Here's something no one is telling you. Attraction is not built by what you do for someone. It is built by how much you believe in your own worth when you're around them. Think about the last time you felt yourself trying to keep the conversation alive, trying to say the right thing, trying to make sure she didn't pull back. And somehow, the more you tried, the more she drifted. Here's the code reveal. She didn't leave because you weren't enough. She pulled back because your effort was louder than your confidence. She felt your doubt before she made her decision. And the human heart, wired deep, cannot rest in the arms of someone who doesn't believe in themselves. Once you see that, you cannot unsee it. And here's where it gets interesting. Because the 4 things I'm about to show you are not about playing a game, they are about stopping the ones you're already playing. Point 1. Men of honor stop over-explaining their decisions. Most men think that if they just explain themselves clearly enough, she'll understand, she'll relax, she'll trust. But here's what no one explains. Over-explanation is not communication. It is a request for permission. Picture this. You cancel plans because something came up with work, something real, something legitimate, and instead of simply saying, "Hey, I need to reschedule," you write 4 sentences, you justify, you apologize twice, you wait to see if she's upset. She reads it, and something shifts. Not because you canceled, because the way you canceled told her something she wasn't supposed to know yet, that her reaction controls you. A man who knows who he is doesn't need his choices approved. He communicates clearly, respectfully, once, and then he moves forward. Silence without guilt is not coldness. It's called self-possession. But that's only the first layer. The second one is quieter and far more destructive. Point 2. Men of honor stop checking for her approval before making moves. Ask yourself this honestly. When was the last time you made a real decision about your time, your direction, your life, without first running it through her lens? Not because she asked, but because somewhere along the way, her opinion became the measuring stick for your confidence. Research from the American Psychological Association on self-determination theory confirms this. When we outsource our validation to external sources, we erode our own sense of internal identity, and that erosion is felt by the people around us. She doesn't want to hold the wheel of your inner life. She wants to know you already know where you're going. The man who leads himself first, who makes moves rooted in his own clarity, that man is magnetic. Not because he's mysterious, because he's actually going somewhere worth following. And here's where this gets dangerous, because what comes next is the thing most men are doing every single day without realizing it. Point 3. Men of honor stop giving away their attention like it costs nothing. She's active on Instagram, posting stories, liking things, but your last message has been on read for 4 hours, so you send another one, just to check in, just to keep the door open. Here's what you just communicated. My attention is unlimited. My time is always available, and I will give it to you, even when you haven't acknowledged the last time I did. Dr. David Buss's research in evolutionary psychology is clear. What is freely and constantly available loses perceived value. Not because of games, not because of strategy. Because of how value is wired into the human brain, a man who protects his attention, who doesn't pour it into someone who isn't pouring back, makes his presence mean something. This is not withholding. This is not a punishment. This is called having standards for your own time. Most men miss this completely. And now here's the one that changes everything. Point 4. Men of honor stop needing her to stay. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. 2 men. Same situation. She pulls back, the energy cools. The first man notices. He starts texting more. He tries to fix the tension. He doubles down on proving he's worth staying for. The second man notices too. He feels it, and then he returns to his work. his purpose, his life, not because he doesn't care, but because his peace is not held hostage by whether or not she stays. Here's the reversal nobody warns you about. The moment you stop needing her to stay is the exact moment you start becoming the kind of man she starts wondering if she should leave for. Not because of what you did, because of what you stopped doing. That is the walkaway standard. Not coldness, not a tactic. Character. And the Gottman Institute's decades of relationship research confirm what men of honor with high values have always known. Emotional regulation, the ability to stay grounded under relational pressure, is one of the most stabilizing and attractive qualities a person can carry. Here's what all four of these come down to. Men of honor don't attract through performance. They attract through presence. They stop over-explaining because they trust their own choices. They stop seeking approval because they already know their direction. They stop flooding with attention because they value their own time. And they stop needing her to stay because their peace doesn't depend on her answer. None of this is about being cold. None of this is about being unavailable. It is about being so grounded in who you are that she can feel the difference between a man who wants her and a man who needs her. One of those men is magnetic. Be that man, not for her, for yourself. Most men are going to watch this and go right back to their old patterns. Not you. If you're done performing for approval, if you're ready to build from the inside out, drop a comment right now. I am grounded. Let the community see who is actually doing the work. Subscribe if you're ready to become the man you were built to be. And if you know a brother who is still running these patterns, send him this. Today, not tomorrow, stay strong, stay grounded. Keep building. I'll see you in the next one.